Hi there, my name is Laura Avila and I am an 18-year-old incoming freshman at the University of California, San Diego. I currently reside in Sealy, California, which is located in the Imperial County, 2 hours east of San Diego County, around that time frame. I have been a mental health advocate for about 5 years now. I started my 8th grade and went on to my senior year of high school, continuing with mental health advocacy. I have been part of multiple groups, including the California Department of Education Student Mental Health Policy Work Group. I'm currently working with Stanford Medicine and their ALCOVE project, which I'll expand on a little bit later. I'm also in the Adverse Childhood Experiences Council and have been part of the Imperial County Behavioral Health Services Youth Advisory Board for the past 3 years. And so mental health for me is extremely important. It is something that I struggled with when I was young due to my dad's passing in 2016 due to cancer. And so for me, I dealt a lot with depression and currently experience anxiety as well as PTSD from all these experiences. I had to reach out for help, even though it was highly stigmatized when I first went ahead and did it when I was around 12, 13 years old. And for me, I was just super passionate to make a change in either the health field or the mental health field. When I got into high school and found the opportunity to open a new program, which was the Coalition for Student Wellness at Southwest High School, I decided to do it. I saw that there was a need during COVID, and this work was already kind of started when I first entered high school, so I just decided to take a leading role in it. I think that for me, it has allowed me to find a passion and finally determine that I want to become a psychiatrist one day. And so mental health is my biggest passion still, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. As far as what the biggest issue I think in addressing mental health for young people is a lot of the stigma. It's a lot of the stigma and unfortunately social media as well. There's a lot of stigma still surrounding getting help, surrounding whether you have depression. A lot of people joke about it, and I think that that's because of social media. Sometimes social media gives access to people to self-diagnose themselves, to not be sure what they have, but because they want an explanation, sometimes they look onto the internet and sometimes they try and diagnose themselves. And while this is a great tool to be informed about mental health struggles and disorders, it is not necessarily the best way that people should be accessing help. They should always go to a professional and always seek help when they need it in the adequate time. And if they're afraid, find someone that can guide them. And so I think that youth mental health sometimes suffers because we're afraid to ask for help, because we're afraid to reach out. And so that is something I try to work on in my small Hispanic community. We try our best to destigmatize mental health as much as we can, because we know that that's the biggest harm in young people's mental health. As far as what programs I have been involved, as mentioned, I started the Coalition for Student Wellness at Southwest High School, which subrooted from California HOSA Future Health Professionals, and they had a mental health initiative, which we call the Mental Health Projects. I have become a leader in regards to that. I have been working with them for the past 3 years to create a new model that students could use to create their own projects at their own schools. And because of that, I've gotten the opportunity to be guest speaker not only at Friend Services at California Department of Education, but also gotten the opportunity to work alongside ALCOVE to create student wellness centers and young people wellness centers across the state of California and hopefully internationally very, very soon. And I'm also part of the ACEs Award Council, which stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences Council, for the past year or so. And all of these opportunities have been truly amazing. For me, I want to continue building on these connections, build my networking, continue being a guest speaker. Like recently, I was able to be a speaker for Mental Health America, actually, in their peer support webinar with ALCOVE. So it was truly a great experience. I hope to continue supporting mental health, and UC San Diego, I hope to support whatever initiative's already there, and if there isn't any, just start. I'm barely starting my summer classes right now, so I don't really have much of an idea what's on campus. So I just know that I want to continue being a mental health advocate for many years to come. I want to become a psychiatrist, hopefully, and serve underserved communities and make change in my community. I want to make change across the state and hopefully be a voice for those students who can't really voice their concerns that much. I want to be able to be their resource. So I hope you will consider me to be part of your council.